All right, man, nice lunch break. Almost wanted to lay down and take a nap. Let's go try this tractor, see if this thing will start. Now, I have put the battery and stuff on already. I wanted to finish lunch up. Man, this thing is nice though. Let's get in and see if it'll start. And try to get this thing out of here. Oh, look at that, fired right up. Oh man, very nice. So changing the oil and stuff in it's got to happen. So we need to take it over to the our workspace here, over to the shop. I say the shop, I don't mean like the actual shop. I mean our farm workshop here. Drives good. So you need to get a slight oil change done on this rig. Yeah, it drives really good. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Man, this thing feels good. I cannot believe we found a tractor just kind of laying around. Really odd. Heck yeah. Now this means that we can do some work with some logs now. Since we got the cable hook up, how do you work this thing? Okay, that. Aha, I see. Okay. Not the button I wanted. Alright. Well, it looks like that's going to come in handy. The winch does work on the back of it. Go ahead and do the oil change and stuff there. Awesome. Little maintenance never hurt. It needs to be done. Fendt Vario. Favorite 926. Go to the store page real quick. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Oh, this is a big boy. This is a big boy tractor. Alright, engine setup. It's the 926. This thing has 260 horsepower. This is a monster of a tractor. Sounds good too. Yeah. And like I said, it does have that front loader attachment on it. So maybe we can get a front loader for this thing at some point. But for right now though, it looks like our field up on top there does need a bit of spray on it. So let's go get our torpedo and hook up to the sprayer. Since we've got it leased, we can spray that and then take that back, so we're not charged a lease fee for the day, for another day anyway. We'll go get that hooked up. That'll make that that field pretty well done. And we're gonna keep the leftover spray. Hopefully, we can just drop it off somewhere. I do love the way this torpedo sounds. I think it sounds fantastic. I like those twins on the back of this thing too. So there's a road system here. It's just grown over quite a bit. So I think if we maybe start doing some work on this, we could start using these roads. It looks like it goes all the way over there. You can kind of see it off in the distance if the light hits it just right. The grass is not super thick on it, so and here you can see part of it just opened up by itself here. So that's kind of nice as well. Looks like it runs right around here to our farm, which is super nice. That way we don't have to worry about cutting a new road. Now it does run pretty close to that windmill, but it's okay too, I guess. And there's quite a bit here that needs fixing. We need the windmill needs fixing for sure, and then the grass needs to be cut because it's getting quite bad here. Right, there we go. And we do have 76% herbicide left, so it shouldn't take quite that much to get done. We're just going to cut over here through this open area. It does look like there's a road system out here as well. Is it grown up too? Let's go see. Let's go find out if it's grown up. I bet it is, because I haven't really noticed it before. It is pretty well grown up, yeah. But you can see here that the grass is just barely started to grow. The land, I guess where the road is, it was so compacted that flowers and stuff won't grow there. Big weeds and such. It's just now starting to get some grass back on it, so we can probably take care of that before it gets too bad. And it looks like it's just weeds on the field. Now, this is the ground state where I need the weeder, right? The chain harrow or whatever it is. You can drag the harrows over. They're classified as weeders. You can drag them over this, but I let mine go too far, which is why we didn't have that option before, because we let it grow too much. So all right, off we go. Kill all these weeds here. Shouldn't take very long. A couple of passes with this thing. These fields don't really feel that large, and they're not really that large. But for the small equipment we have, they do take a little while to get going here, which is fine. I plan on opening up another field now that we've got. I kept talking about the fact that we didn't really have any way to do anything with trees. The problem is now we have to have a way to remove the stumps. So we're gonna have to have a stump grinder on top of everything else. But at least we have a way to pull the logs up here to cut them up with a chainsaw anyway. It's gonna be a lot of hard work, but I think it will pay off in the long run, hopefully. And if we get ourselves a stump cutter, we can do some more work and open up some more land, hopefully. I don't really have anything else to do while I'm waiting on this to grow, so might as well, right? Might as well do some work on some logging, some basic logging anyway. And with that winch system, I'll be able to drag them right on up here. Now in the future, it'd be nice to have something a little more built for pulling logs out of the forest. That'd be the plan, but it may not happen that way, sadly. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully, in the future, we can upgrade equipment, not only tractors and harvesters, but also stuff like logging equipment and such, just to be able to knock down a few more and really start opening up some land here. Alright, that end sprayed. Let's go get the little bit that we missed down here. I don't want any weeds left on the field if we can help it. Not if we can help it. And a little bit here in the corner. There we are. Now we can fold this rig up. Very nifty the way this thing folds up and rests down on those little brackets there. It kind of sets up at an angle. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's go find a place to drop off our extra herbicide that we have, and then we're going to return this bad boy to the store. And I'm thinking maybe, man, we really need a mower. That would be really handy. Right here would be a good place just to kind of mow down and then have the availability for stuff like this to sit. But for now, I guess we may drop it right here next to the tool shed. There we go. Drop that off there. That's a pretty good spot for it. It's out of the way. All right, well, let's return this thing to the store. before we get charged for it again. And leasing one of these every time we need this is not going to work out the way I want it to, so we're going to have to buy one of these at some point. But we need some money. And to get money, we need to do some tree work. And to do some tree work, we're going to need a stump cutter to really forward that situation, so to go further with it. We can buy one for $5,000. We have the money, and I think we might do that. I think we might pick up a stump cutter. Stump grinder, that's it. That's what I was looking for. Alright, happy to be returning this thing. Although we have a whole nother barrel of it left here at the store. We're gonna have to come get that at some point. But for right now, I'm gonna leave it. We do have a trailer we can load it on, but I don't have any way to load it, and I don't think the same person that was here last time is here to unload it for us, sadly. So I don't think that's gonna work. Let's see if we can just... I know this is dangerous, but it's on concrete. I'm hoping this will slide pretty easily. I don't want to bust this thing open here. See if we can just ease it across. Over here out of the way, maybe. I don't want to bust it, so I'm being very, very careful with it here. Alright, that looks good. That looks good. Let's get turned around here. I think when they bring the equipment around, they bring it out from back here. It seems to all be facing this direction, so let's just pull up here and go in and return this thing and maybe pick up our stump cutter. I think that's the only option I really have at the moment because I'm waiting on crops to grow. Let's return this. We want to get charged an extra day for the rental fee. And then we'll buy our stump cutter. Yeah, I really like the artwork that's in here. Very nice. Yeah, so that's what we have right there on the back of the old Fendt. Okay, so here's what we could do. We could buy one of these. These are $3,500. Long neck Combi Plus. I'm guessing these attach to the back of the tractor. Yeah, it looks like they do, or the front of the tractor even. But you want to attach to the back. That way you can reach down and grab the log and pull it out of there. A skidder is what I was thinking about. A skidder is what we need. But for now, we'll take the stump cutter. Alright. Looks like they've already brought it around. Heck yeah, that was quick. That was very quick. Alright, now I don't know if we can use this for the stump cutter, but we could definitely hook it to the front of that Fendt. That 900 will definitely hold both. This one has weights on the front, I do believe. Yeah, we got weights on the front of this one. The front of the Fendt might have weights on it. We might not be able to hook it to the front. It may be a situation where we have to cut down a few and then go back and hook to this thing. Not gonna be... That's close. It's too close. Hook the PTO up, no hoses. Alright. Let's raise it up off the ground there. Good deal. Alright, now. Now we can start really opening up some ground, and I've got an idea of where I want to do it. I think in the last one I was talking about making a new field between those trees back there, but with the fact that without those trees there, we can really make the field a little bit bigger and have 3 pretty decent sized little fields there. That's probably what we're going to do. We're probably going to remove the trees that are out there kind of by themselves and try to drag them back around to the farmhouse. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet because there's stuff everywhere, but and I've got a field in the way, so we may have to take the long way around, but we'll get them back around to where the wood chipper is. And I'll cut them into pieces just small enough that I can pick up and throw in the wood chipper myself, just like I did the other ones. Those 5 logs that were laying there right off the start of this thing. I don't know who left the logs laying there. I guess it was a previous farm owner, but yeah, when we got out here, there were 5 logs laying there, so I cut those up, and we made some decent money. That's where we got some of this. But yeah, so back to doing some logging work, which I didn't expect to be doing out here. I was trying to build a farm, but sometimes you got to cut down some trees and clear you an area to put in new fields or new buildings or whatever else. So we're going to do that today. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that Fendt has weights on the front. It does. So we'll leave this hooked up to the torpedo. And we'll just pull it right over here for now. That looks like a pretty good spot. Let's go do some log cutting. Oh man, this thing runs good. This is a nice find just out there in the middle of the woods. Well, I say in the middle of the woods, it's right here behind the house, but you know what I mean. Like still, it's this is a very, very nice tractor to have. I'm pretty excited about it. And you can tell they were doing some logging with this. They got the wood chipper over there, and I guess I don't know if it just quit on them and they just left it sitting there or whatever. But there was the trees that were drug up. I'm guessing were by this thing because it's got the logging cage around it and the winch system on the back and all. So now these trees are not very big, so they shouldn't take a whole lot. We should just be able to snag them and drag them. But I do want to go down the edge of this field here. I don't want to. I mean the road. I don't want to get into the road system here. I want to kind of keep it so that we can not have to fight with it too much to rebuild that road. Now rebuilding that road may take a little bit, but we're going to try it. I cut this thing high enough so as I can seize it. Go ahead and trim all these limbs up here. Chainsaw is very, very loud. Alright, so if I do this, then do that. Oh, I can pick this thing up by hand. Holy crap. Okay, how do I work this thing now? There we go. Boy, that took a minute to figure out. Alright, on to the next one. What's nice about this, we can just drag these through here. And again, these trees are not very big, so I should be able to drag several of them. I'm hoping I can get all of these. Where's that road at? Road's right there. See, I need to stay on this side of the road, but I'm hoping I can get all of these here. Like I said, I want to cut these high enough so I can seize them when I come to cut the stumps down. And we're leaving the stump cutter on the torpedo. So let's see if I just do this. Nice. Sweet. I'm going to go around my field there because I don't have room to go between them, so. Wow, that cut quick. Little bitty trees. Alright, and then we can attach from there to here, probably. Oh, is it attached from that first one? I think it attached from the first one. That's okay, though. At least the back two will be even. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, and then that one's on that side. Looks like we got all of them from here, but this is a pretty nice little area. And I think I own this property. Let's check the property line. I do own this property, but there's a road here, too. So let's take down this big tree here. As I want to bring it over to here. This one right here is going to be a little trickier. This is a pretty large tree. This one's going to take me a minute, I think. All right. Got that one. Now, attach the chain there. Now I'll go get that that tree out of that field at some point now that we have the equipment we need. But for right now, I'm gonna take this one. Mainly because I want to open this field up some more this way. The reason I didn't is because I had this tree in the way here. And I had no way to move it. So now I do. I mean, I had the chainsaw, but that was just for cutting stuff up. It wasn't necessarily for, Alright, I think I got enough of a load here. Let's try to get all this back over here now. Oh, driving on the field. Get off the field, dummy. Yeah, and let's check our property line again. Yeah, see, we got all that property, probably down to that tree line there. So, that's good. Well, these things are going to be a mess when I get back over here, ain't they? You take it easy. Just take it easy. Everybody calm down. This is fantastic, though. This is working about like I wanted it to. I just got to get it back to the farm now. And then we'll go try to remember where those things are and grind some stumps down. This is not how I expected to do logging, but if this is what we got to do, this is what we got to do. Well, made it back over to the house. And finding out that these large trees are a lot more work than what I had originally thought. Alright. That one I can pick up. Now, I don't know if I can be able to pick all these up. So far, though, with just the amount of the small trees, didn't bring very much. It's $50 or $60 a tree, which is not bad. But not big money I was looking for. That was $145, so that's pretty good. It's all about the amount of money. I should have turned that log the other way. Ooh, I'm glad it didn't get jammed. That would have been bad. $264 for that one. That's pretty good. That's how they're supposed to go in there. $341 for that one. I can't pick this one up. I'm going to cut it again. Let's see, can I pick this one up? What, this one? I cut these too big, I guess. Yeah, that's a lot of log there. Let's cut that one down. And I guess we're going to cut this one down too. It wouldn't let me pick it up either. So try to cut it in half there. Half it up, see if that'll work. Oh yeah, we got her now. Let's drop that in there. Now just off this one tree, judging by the way this is going, is we're gonna make at least $1,000, maybe $2,000 off this tree. That's $200 a piece. It looks like for chunks here. That was almost $300. That was $196. Yeah, so we're averaging about $220 right now per log, and that's per log. That's not even the whole tree. Average is going up, $272. Yeah, the average is getting more and more, so that's good. That's a good thing. That's what we want. We want to make money. $264. So yeah, we're probably averaging about $250 a log right now off of this tree. $300 for that one. Now I know the smaller pieces are going to bring less money because they're thinner. They don't have as much wood on them, of course. Maybe longer pieces, but they're thinner pieces of wood, which is just fine. I don't mind. But I'll say this: it definitely takes a little extra minute here to get anything going. You want to watch your fingers around the wood chipper. It can be hazardous to your fingers. Yeah, so I don't know how much we started with there, but we definitely made some money, which is nice. Let's go grab the torpedo here. Go do some wood stumping. It'll run it, so I guess that's all we need is just something that'll run it. Looks like it'll hold it fine too. We got to find all of our stumps now. Maybe putting a marker up next to them would have been a good idea. Should be one right here. There it is. Only had just a few, so. Alright, let's drop the legs down on this thing, stabilize it a bit. Good deal, that one's gone. That grinding stumps don't take as long as it used to. Newer machinery will just knock it out, won't it? You guys get it. You get it. Oh, found it. It's right there in front of me. I was thinking it was right here somewhere, and it was right there in front of me. All right, stump down. And sadly, I'll probably end up finding another stump with the plow, which ultimately means I'll probably tear the plow up and have to get it fixed. Because I already know I'm gonna miss one of these. I think I only had 4 of the small ones. That's 3 right there. Then we had this one big one. Oh, hang on now. Thought we got it all. We did not. Forgot I left them a little higher than I should have. We could spot them. Being able to see the stump is just as important as cutting it up, so. Definitely want to make sure you get it all. There's our big tree there. It means our last stump should be just up the hill here, unless I have missed some, which I probably have, to be quite honest. I feel like that's the last one I cut, though. There wasn't that many out there. Like I said, I'll find it with the plow. As bad as I know, I'm laughing about it, but it ain't funny because it'll tear that plow smooth up if I catch it with the plow. But I may have to. Oh, found it. Thought I had missed it again. There we go. Make sure we get it all. We did. All right. I think we got all that. We can go hook up to the plow now and do some of that. Or do we need to do some harvesting? I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to outline this field while I've got it on my mind, and then we will do some harvesting. All right. We'll put the old stump cutter right here. Oh, that'll work. It's gonna be hard to hook that thing back up, but we'll get it. The way it's sitting. Man, I'm glad we found that Fendt. Now, we are gonna have to use that for other applications, but for right now, the torpedo is handling everything that we've got to do, so I don't see much need in it. We can definitely come back to it and use it for other things. And we may be able to use it to pull the grain trailer with. Not that we need to, but make sure we hook the hoses up there. Yeah, there we go. Not that we need to, because we'll have this to pull the grain trailer with. But I want to go outline this field and see how far we can get with it. I want to see how big of a field we can make back here. It's nice to know that we've got this land to work with, honestly. Now, realistically, we could go from here, because there are no trees. It's kind of a small area, but I think we can make this work. The road's right there. I want to stay away from the rocks. Well, let's find out if this will work or not. Just want to stay off the road a bit there. Give ourselves a little bit of leeway for the road. Go right down this area. Again, it's going to be kind of thin right here, but it's still land that's opened up that we can use. So, no harm done there. Get a little bit closer to the road here. I'm just gonna kind of follow it down. All the way down the road here. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we're good all the way till this thing wires off down here at the bottom side. So this could actually be a pretty nice sized field right here. Be a nice third field for us. I mean, maybe I shouldn't, but I feel like it's okay to open up a little bit bigger field here. Now, I think what I might do is I might just cut off. I should have cut that tree too. I should have went ahead and got it out of the way, but that's okay. We can do that later. I'll just cut off before we get to the field. Okay, here's the fork in the road. That's about where I wanted to be, so we'll just carefully try to drag this plow around right here. Don't want to bend the tines on it, so you gotta be real easy with it opening up new ground, which is probably not the best way to do this, but I know I don't want to break anything, but at the same time, having to kind of outline these in a non-conventional pattern, since I don't really have square land here. I think I'm okay. I think I can get away with it. And I do want to leave just a bit of room between these fields. I think that's where I messed up over here on this one, opening it up, because I didn't leave myself enough room. But now that we have that new Fendt, we can cut down a few trees and make us a road through there, which would be pretty nice, I think. This is definitely going to be a larger field than any of them we've opened up so far. It'll be the largest I think we have so far. And again, I know it's kind of thin right through here, but that's okay. Alright, we got us an outline done. Make one more loop here. Kind of open it up a little bit more. And really get a grasp of how much larger this field is compared to our other ones. Because it is. I mean, it's not a big field by some farm standards, but by the standard of what I've set so far with the fields that I've opened up, this one's pretty big. It's a pretty big field, which is pretty nice, honestly. It's nice to have a bigger option here for more crop. Now, of course, more crop means it's going to cost more seed, more herbicide, more plowing, more cultivating, but it'll be worth it in the long run. We're just finishing up our second trip around the field here. And I can honestly say this is much bigger than the first two. It's taking a little bit longer to get around, which is fine. I mean, that's great, actually. Again, more land opened up, more crops to work, more money to be made. Now, I think I'm going to drop this right here. And we can start back up there at a later point, but we do have it outlined, which is nice. Always good. I need to go hook up to the grain trailer and get ready to do some emptying. I hope we can get a pretty nice yield off this canola field. And I hope we get a pretty nice yield off the barley up top as well there. I'm just super happy to have that Fendt there. We're going to be able to make some extra cash doing some logging intermittently, of course. I'm not going to spend the whole time logging. As there's a lot of open land here, we just got to figure out how to use it. So, and I think so far I've made a pretty good case for it. I won't know that I got all the stumps until after we get there we go, until after we get going good, plowing up the rest of that field there. I do think it's going to be kind of interesting though, just the way it's laid out. I'm not a big fan of square fields, so anything that has objects in the way, I'm happy with. All right, I have gone through this. It did need not a battery. The other one needed a battery. it needed an oil change. So we got the oil change done on it. And we should be ready to go. This is the Force-Crit 516, the E516. It's got a pretty big header on it for these little bitty fields that we've got. And I'm assuming the grain tank is pretty large on it as well. This has definitely got to be mowed around here. This is getting on my nerves. Oh, you know what? I bet we don't have the PTO and the hoses hooked up. That'll do it every time. Oh wow, she's loud. She's super loud. Oof. Man, this thing may need some work done. Holy crap. It's a lot quieter in cab though. Let's go in cab, I reckon. Man, she's loud. Get out of our top view cam there. I'll say this though, I think it was the right decision not to stick with that one sole main field that we had and go ahead and open that field up a lot larger too. I've got 2 of the original size fields here, so that tells you how big the original field was. It was not very big. This field is 2 of those, so I'm pretty happy with the fact that we ended up with a much larger field here. We're already at 13% full, so it looks like this thing may not hold very much, but any is better than nothing, and we're probably going to sell everything we have right now, just to make some more money. So I haven't even looked to see if there's any crop left in the silo or not. There could be leftover. I know a lot of times you store it up and then sell it as needed. Keeping it dried, keeping it good quality is the hard part. So there might be some stuff left in the silo over there. We get this harvested. We'll see if there's any canola left over there. I don't know what they planted here, but hopefully there'll be some left. All right, we're about 70% full here. Looks like we're just about halfway of the field. So we're gonna get a pretty nice yield out of this. It's not gonna be super nice, but it'd be enough to get us a few dollars anyway. Again, the more ground we open up, the more fields we have, the more crop we bring in, the better off we'll be as far as money goes. And hopefully, I think we've got everything we need, with the exception of some way to fertilize and spray herbicide. So we may end up saving up some cash, cutting down some trees and selling the wood chips to the neighboring town over there. Looks like they're pretty developed. They don't have quite the trees that we have, so we may end up cutting some trees and selling the wood chips and making enough money to buy a sprayer. And I wouldn't mind a liquid sprayer because I can just empty it back into the barrels and trade out as needed. Now, I don't want to spray herbicide and fertilizer together, of course, so it's going to be cleaned thoroughly, but I think we can make that work out where we can use one sprayer and spray herbicide and fertilizer and do liquid fertilizer. But we're definitely going to have to fertilize because we should have way more crop than this out of this field. We should have been full already and a third full again, roughly. So we really should have about 7,200 liters right now of canola. And we're only sitting at about 4,900. So I think with the addition of fertilizer, we can fertilize twice. So we can fertilize at the first growth stage, and then before the final, or right after we plant, or after we weed it, after we spray the herbicide, we can turn around and spray fertilizer on it. And then after the first growth stage hits, we can probably spray fertilizer again. So we need to keep that in mind for the future. That's definitely something I'm gonna have to look into, is saving up money for the sprayer. That sprayer that we just used would be perfect for these fields since they're not overly large fields. They're pretty small, and that sprayer does quick work of them. So it's nice to have. It's nice to have something that makes quick work of your crop. or quick work of the field to be able to move on to the next one. You don't, the less time you spend on the field, the better. So the more consistent you can be, and the more we're filled up. I hope we didn't ruin the crop there. We'll just go over to the tractor since it's right here. Again, if we had a two-man setup here, we wouldn't have to worry about it, but we don't. It's just us. I didn't even look to see how much we held, but we got almost that entire field done before it filled up, so that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, as far as time-wise, but I wish we had more. Of course, you always want more in there. All right, emptied into the grain pipe, the grain cart. Grain pipe. Fold the grain pipe back in. And we'll get back to it here. Just a little bit right here on this side, then we got a little bit down on that end. And then we'll come back for just a little bit here on this side, and we're done. Again, we're just going to truck over here. There we go. It's done. And I don't think we need to plow that up. We can probably just cultivate. And then replant, so pretty nice. We'll just take this sucker from here and go straight back into the barn. There we go. That is that. Now we can, I think I need to move the Fendt out of the way to be able to get the torpedo in there with the trailer, but I think I'm hoping there's some canola left in here. We're about to find out. Let's move this Fendt here out of the way. Man, this thing's super nice too. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to figure out a way to make us a road around. To be able to get more efficient on getting to our fields to and from. Let's see if we can just back this thing up here. Oh, nope. Nope, we can't. It's an articulating trailer. I forgot about that. It's got the swivel neck thing on it. That's all right. We'll just try to stay out of the field and loop around here a bit. There is canola left in here. There's 8,000 liters of canola left in there. Still 3,000 liters, almost 4,000 liters of canola left in there. So we got 9,900 liters. And I'm gonna head to the shop. Or the store. The only sell point we have is this store down here. It's the only place buying, but I think it buys and then ships it out to the neighboring town down south here, so I'm hoping we get a pretty decent price for this canola. Give us a little bit more money toward that sprayer, and that's kind of the goal, is I want to get that sprayer. So, all right, here's hoping to give us a good price for this stuff. This is well needed here. It's definitely a struggle getting your first farm going, but this, I did not expect it to be so tough. All right, here we go. We got $9,061. $11,327 harvest income. I'd say they gave us a pretty good price for that canola. It must have been decent canola considering we didn't fertilize it at all. Imagine if we fertilized, how much money we could get out of it. Or how much more crop we could get out of it. So $11,000 for that little bitty tiny field, that's pretty doggone good if you ask me. I'll take that any day of the week. Alright, back at the house. Let's pull this grain trailer right over here for now. Try to keep it semi out of the way. Turn some backlights on there. Let's see, to unhook this rig. Get the hoses undone. There we go. Alright, now. I guess we probably need to hook up to the cultivator and get ready to cultivate, but we ain't doing that tonight. Getting dark, hard to see. I'm not in a huge rush to get the field cultivated, so no real big rush for this. But I do want to go ahead and get it hooked up. Wait, tomorrow we can get back on the cultivating. Now, I did see an extension for this while I was at the store. I was looking around at the not selling the grain, of course. But the last time I went, I was flipping through the virtual sales book they got there, and I saw that there is an extension for this where you can get 2 of these side by side. Now that would make for pretty quick and easy cultivating, especially on when we start making bigger and bigger fields. Now, we are going to have to start upgrading equipment the bigger fields we get to cover ground faster, but that's going to come way later. I want to save the money we got right now. The sprayer is about $30,000 or $35,000, depending on which one I get, but they both do herbicide and fertilizer, so that's a good thing. So I'll be looking at doing that next time, but as you guys know, I'm going to make me some dinner because it is late and I'm getting hungry. And I'm probably going to call it there. And I'll be back to do some more tomorrow. Remember, guys, if you did enjoy this, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that kind of stuff. Go follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/DoSomeS, or you can head to the website and find everything outhouse related at dosomes.tv. Also, we are a proud partner of Nitrado. They host our multiplayer farm sim for the community. Our Farm Sim 19 server is hosted on Nitrado. You can find that in the first link down below if you're looking to grab a server yourself. What else is there? Is that pretty much it? I think that covers everything. Yep. Show is. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Later, everybody.